Hey guys, today we're going to be working on a 1981 240D, but this will be the same process for all W123 chassis. So if you were with me for the past two videos, I cleaned out the tank strainer in the bottom of the tank that was full of an algae growth. And if you notice, this filter is also pretty dirty from that. So I'm replacing this filter and this filter. In the last video, I showed you guys how to replace this purge valve because mine was leaking severely. So let's go ahead and change out this filter and this filter. For this fuel filter on mine, I have zip ties. But on yours, you might have a Phillips head screw type system, which is a little hose clamp, which is a much better system than this. Because I now have to go in and replace these zip ties, which isn't hard, but it is annoying. So let me go ahead and cut these off, and this is just like any filter. You just push in. If you're done on a lawnmower, it's the same type of process. This one is the one where it's a little bit different. So let me go ahead and change this one out, and we'll get to that one. Okay, so here's the new filters box. I already put it in. There's the part number. Here's the old one. You can tell that was gunked up. And when you take this off, since I have a full tank of fuel, gravity is going to try to feed this, so start flowing. Convenient thing is if you are replacing both filters, like I am, you need this to be full of diesel, so you're not sitting there pumping that purge valve constantly. So I would suggest take that moment to let some of the diesel out of the hose on this side, just to let it flow straight into this until it gets full, and then stick it on the new filter, and so on. That way this is nice and full when you go to put it on the vehicle. So let me show you what the new one of these looks like and how to get this one off. There is the new one right here. It says Bosch on it. So this one's all good. I already pumped it a little bit, make sure there are no leaks on it. There's no leaks in the system so far. I suggest checking it each time, just so you don't get a leak one place. Of course, this isn't going to pressurize the system. You won't know if you have a real leak until turn the engine on. So let's move on to this. Okay, so I took an adjustable wrench. This power steering line is quite flexible, and I was able to just easily get at it. So it's going to start leaking fuel out of there. You're going to take this all the way out because there's a crush washer you're going to want to replace. And this is actually how this is threaded on. This will be full of diesel. Be careful with it when you take it out. This just is the threaded portion. This just tightens this portion up into this, and the O-ring around it is sealing it on. That's why it isn't falling. So you have to wiggle it a little bit to get it to fall off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out. Alright, so I have a kit that replaces all of the O-rings, and there's an O-ring right here. There's its replacement. To get these out, it's easiest just to take an X-Acto knife and basically cut or break these out. And if you see mine right there, a very thin aluminum thing, that is what once was a crush washer. I have a new one, and I have to get that one off, so I'll let you guys know how I get that off. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, for the O-ring, I just got a little lip under it, and I was able to just wedge, and it broke. So time to replace it with a copper one. Okay, so I got this nice and tight, and I sprayed some brake cleaner on everything that I have touched. And I have pumped this quite a few times. I've pumped that quite a few times. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let this dry off for a minute. That way I can see if there are any leaks. Let the brake clean dry. And then we'll start it up and check for leaks. While I was waiting for this to dry, I want to show you guys. So here is the bigger filter, and I have dumped this fuel into a glass container. I don't know if you can see that, but there's very fine sediment all in there. So it's a good thing we changed out this filter. So let's go ahead and start the car up. First, again, here's the part number for the small filter and for the large filter. First start, no leaks. We're going to let it idle for a little bit, let it get the temperature, and then check back to see if there's any leaks. Okay, now that we have, it is getting up to temperature, we can go ahead and just look at the engine. It is running much smoother. And 0 leaks everywhere. So we can go ahead and turn it off. Brand new and new. So I hope this helps. I will link the parts in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.